Fresh start. Most important word in a trader's vocabulary is next. So let's talk about what's next. So there are two possible counts in the dollar right now, and the next couple of weeks is going to answer the question of whether or not this was the low or this is just a three-wave ABC and we're going to take it out. And the way it's going to be decided is if this next break holds the breakout, different lines depending upon the feed. This comes in around 96.70. So we'll see. And then if we get the market to hold, say the 50-day, 200-day on the 4 hour, or even you look at the daily, and we get one more rally above the high from Friday, then you could count on this being a low. At least the probabilities increase dramatically. But you can see what the bears are saying. Here we are. We just had another ABC, and now we're going to flush again. And if we negate the breakout under 97.5 or so, you have to go with it. So I want to get long as close to this breakout level as possible. When I look at the euro last week, and we were long Friday for this big candle up here, and I said I'd like to be a seller up around 116.50. So I could see it even making a push maybe to 17, since this was really the breakdown area that it held a few times before this big breakdown day. So I'll be attempting sales. I'm going to give the dollar a chance to prove itself to be right and be a bottom. So I'll be looking for selling opportunities in euro between 116.5 and 117 this week. The yen, I don't believe, has completed to the downside. I think that even if we get rallies interweek, that the 45 level looks to be the real important level to me, which says, the dollar is not done correcting to the downside. And when I move to metals, I'm of the mind to want to be a seller. I know a lot of people are saying, well, now, we've taken out the uptrend line that it broke down from, so we have a false breakout. And that may be the case, but I'm thinking, trend lines are not the most important part of my work. So, when I get to the place where the dollar is a buy, I'll be considering shorts in gold, and maybe even right in here might happen earlier. And even in silver, I thought maybe we can make a run towards 38. I would attempt to sell there for a break back down towards 34.5 or so off this speed line. So that's what I'm looking to do. These are a couple of the ideas that I had over the weekend. So that's my game plan, looking to buy the dollar on weakness and sell PMs on strength. I should go to the S&Ps because that was one of the best trades of the quarter for me. We had shorts from 64.28 even now with this rally that we're getting in the S&Ps. And I know some people who say bottom and it's just going to go to new highs. We'll see. But from 64.28, you had almost 200 pips. You did. So it was over 200 pips from 64.28 that you could have taken and covered by Friday. So I'll be watching this. I'm of a mind I'm going to give it a chance to short it. I think we're only about 38% back. I'm thinking more towards Tuesday, Wednesday for a lot of these sales that I'm looking for. I'm considering these bounces to be a selling opportunity. NASDAQ up as well. Maybe we get back to 280 up here. So that's another day like this. We'll see what happens there. WTI is still under pressure. We'll see if it can come out of this range between 64 and 69. Nat gas is starting to head towards my targets. We'll diverge again. I really had doubted it was going to get this low, but let's just look at it one more time. Here's a daily chart, and actually lows come in quite a bit lower, down around 220. So nothing I'm doing there. Actually, I'm not doing anything today. So I was all over the board on last week. Caught a couple of nice S&P trades, and then had that nice pop in euro on Friday. And now I think you guys may want to go watch an interview I did with Ben Maldonado. So he has us in a black swan window, and I've had Ben here on TGH, so you may want to follow him and see what he's saying. This could be pretty pivotal next through mid-month, where there could be some good volatility. So we'll see what happens. The gold shares, they were acting good before gold opened. Let's see what they're doing now. We have Newmont's flying. This is what I thought might happen. Okay, look at the GDX here. All right, so the gold shares it's the opposite. The miners are the opposite of what they used to be. I mean, gold's well off its highs, right? With GDX about to make a new high. But what formation could we get here? Is it possible that we have a 1 and we have a 2, and now we're going to have a third drive to a top on the daily? Look at the 4-hour. Yeah, take out all the stops here, make one more new high. I'd be using this strength to lighten up on miners, because if we get another wave down in gold plus some equity weakness, I think they're going to sell off pretty good. So just take a picture of this and imagine that you're flat right now. Okay, are you a position long at these levels? I rest my case. Something else that developed for the last week or so, I've been talking 112 in Bitcoin, and we achieved that today. Got a little bit of a bounce. Between this 112 and 110 is very critical for Bitcoin. 110 was the prior high, right? So if we start taking out the prior high at 110, I think that puts a major negative, at least short term. And look at this, how it's holding right here at 112 on this 50-day moving average. But if we start taking this out, it opens the door for a lot lower levels. So if you like Bitcoin and you bought it around 112, you should be taking partials and protecting the remainder with BE stops. That's how I trade it. It's not like 112, that number would be a surprise if you're watching my broadcasts. So that's about it for today. Nothing new that I'm reporting or trading. I posted nothing in the room as far as trading, and we'll see what happens in the next couple days, what kind of news flow we get. But my bias is to try and buy the dollar, sell the euro, look for a place to sell the gold. Could even be happening right here, and silver a little bit higher up towards 38 for a move down to say about 34-ish now is what I'm looking for. I know some people are talking 32, but I'll take it off this speed line right here. In fact, I'll make it a little bit more accurate. There you go. So low 34s. So we get some off at 38. It's a nice $4 move, be a nice trade. So that's a wrap, everyone. I'll see you in the room. Great interview lined up for Wednesday. One of people's favorites, the most bullish bear on the street, David Hunter, will be with us. Dave H. Contrarian, with some updated, even more aggressive upside targets, I've noticed. So mark your calendar, 10:30 a.m. EST, David Hunter. And I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe some of these thoughts will turn into trades by tomorrow morning. Have a great day trading, and don't just count your pips, count your